My bad.
Oh, welcome everybody to Superstars Training. We're going to really get into it today. Today we're going to do some real talk. We're going to talk about some real um, situations and scenarios that go on in our business. So, guys, and this is for everyone. I designed this to be a interactive training, guys. This is really to be interactive today. I want all you guys participation. I want you guys to really get into this. All right, but there's going to be a little plot twist. Anybody see the movie Fatality with my boy Mike Ely? And when I say my boy, he is my boy. He's actually from Southern Maryland, where most of you got a lot of you guys are from. And so his name used to be Mike Brown. We used to call him Mike Brown. He's come over to play cards at my brother's apartment, but he's now, he's big time now. So he's Mike Ely. And so but anyways, he was in this movie called Fatality recently, and it had a plot twist to it. All right, so we're going to do a plot twist on today's conversation, and I'll show you what that's about in just a minute. But before we get started, are there any new agents on the call? If you have started your business within the last 90 days, shout out your name real quick if you're on the call and you started within the last 90 days.
I'm gonna shout out and let him speak up. Yeah.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Lisa Height Gross.
Oh, Lisa Height Gross. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? All right, we got Lisa.
Very well.
Great to have you on the call. Is anybody else that started their business in the last 90 days? We all
Tafaya Toussaint.
Give me that name one more time, please.
Tafaya Toussaint.
Hi, Tafaya. How you doing? Where you out of, Tafaya?
I'm out of Georgia.
Georgia. What part of Georgia?
I'm in middle Georgia, so outside of Warner Robins.
Outside of Warner Robins, the air base. Okay, off I-75.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
We're kind of new to the area, so I'm originally from Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Okay, are you Air Force? Anybody in your family Air Force?
No, we are a Tyson Foods family.
Gotcha. Okay, all right. Well, welcome to the call and welcome to the team. We're so glad to have you. Tafaya, right? Is that how you pronounce it?
Tafaya, yes.
Tafaya. All right, very good. Got Lisa, got Tafaya. Anybody else? Do we have anybody else that started within the last 90 days? Give a quick shout out, introduce yourself.
Mark Bright.
Mark Bright, what's going on, man? Where you from?
I'm originally from Gainesville, Florida, but I live in Northwest Arkansas.
Northwest Arkansas. Okay, all right. Near the Fayetteville area? Is that Fayetteville?
Yeah, not too far from Fayetteville. Yes.
All right. I'm gonna take a wild guess. Walmart. Anything to do with Walmart? Take a wild guess. Okay. All right. Okay.
Wait, what you know about that, Ivan?
I know about Walmart headquarters out there, Fayetteville, but I used to be an Arkansas Razorbacks fan back in the Nolan Richardson days, and so so
gotcha.
I know a little stuff about that. My parents live in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Okay, about an hour and a half from here.
All right, so all right, so we got Tafaya, we got Lisa Height Grow, we got Mark Bright. Anybody else started within the last 90 days? Step on and introduce yourself. Last 90 days, because this training today is really for you guys. Anybody else in the last 90, starting the last 90 days? All right, everybody else veterans? Or anybody being shy, just don't want to speak up? All right, well, we're going to go ahead, guys. We're going to go ahead and get this going. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys, and we're going to get into some real talk. I know Chanel Williams on the line. She likes to keep it real. So we're going to get into some real talk today.
Facts, facts.
And guys, y'all all can really unmute your line as long as you're not making any noise. I mean, no, keep them lines muted. But we're gonna, I want you guys to be able to unmute at any time, and we'll go ahead and get this thing started. Okay, so guys, all right, today what I wanted to do, I wanted to create an environment, guys. All right, so where we could talk. We're real people. We got real problems, but guys, as business owners, we gotta have real solutions. All right, business owners, he who solves problems gets paid. Have anybody ever heard that saying? He who solves problems gets paid. All right, so that means two things. It's like that saying: if the shoe fits, wear it. That means two things, not one. That means if the shoe fits, wear it. But it also means simultaneously, if the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it. Okay, and so that's the same thing with with this, guys. We're going to talk about real problems, real solutions, and so you guys got to be problem solvers. He who solves problems gets paid. He who doesn't solve problems doesn't get paid. And watch this. This means three things. He who creates problems gets anti-paid, depaid, unpaid, deducted. All right. So you guys, he who solves problems gets paid. The one who solves problems brings real solutions to the table. That's the one who will get paid in this lifetime. The one who doesn't solve any problems, but they just live a regular, normal life, they don't really get paid, but they'll sustain. And then the one that causes problems, that's the one that's going to get deducted from in life. All right. I'm just giving you guys some life principles. All right. All right. Here we go. Let's keep it moving. All right. So the purpose of today's training, guys, is to create a safe place, all right, for truthful, candid, real, raw, unedited, unapologetic talk about the realities of our business. Okay, y'all like that? If y'all like that, put some ones in the chat box. If you feel like you can talk real, talk truthful, talk uncandid, talk unedited, and if you would like a space like that, put some ones in the chat box. If you feel like you can do it, or if you would like a environment like that, put some ones in that chat box. And let me see what you're talking about. All right, very good. Because we're gonna get into it today, guys. All right, I delayed for a reason. I want to let some of y'all on the call. This thing is gonna get, the plot's gonna thicken real quick. All right. Okay. So who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready? If you're ready, put a 2 in the chat box. If you're ready to get into some raw, truthful, straight up, unedited, unadulterated. Well, I ain't gonna say unadulterated. Let me digress. All right, I'm getting carried away. Just some real talk. If you're ready to get into some real talk today, okay. Ron Little out there in San Antonio, Texas. He said he's ready to get into some talk. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all one more chance. Are you sure? Are you sure? You sure y'all ready for this? All right. Y'all think y'all are? Okay. Because guys, there's a catch. There's a catch to this. There's a plot twist. All right. So if you Ron said he's ready, yes, sir, he's ready. Okay. So if y'all ready for this, cool. All right. But don't say I didn't warn you, because I've given you ample warning, because there is a plot twist to this conversation today. All right. So here we go. All right. It's a business exercise. All right. And I want all y'all talking. I'm gonna call folks out. I'm gonna call on you, and this is being recorded, so you better be ready. All right. So, matter of fact, I would prefer you to even unleash your camera if we talk to you, but you don't have to. I'll give you some leeway. You don't have to, but I would prefer you to undo your camera if I call on you. If I call on you, undo your camera. So I'm gonna give you about a couple of minutes to get the rollers out your head. If you got a bonnet on, go ahead and do a quick fix up. If you need to slap some makeup on or something real quick, put a top on. You can keep your bottoms. We don't want to see your bottoms. This is Zoom, all right? We want to see your bottoms. But if you want to put a top on right quick, you can do all that, all right? If you want to get up out the bed and sit up, I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes to do that, all right? Because in a moment we're gonna get into some real talk, all right? So today, guys, this plot twist is a business exercise, okay? Since we're business people, this is going to be a business exercise, okay? And y'all want to know what the business exercise is? Let's talk about it. All right. So here's the business exercise. I want you guys to be able to, each and every one of you, to be able to discuss real, raw, unedited, unapologetic topics regarding our business. Here's the catch: while remaining emotionally composed in a business acceptable fashion. Y'all thought this was just going to be a vent session, didn't you? Well, y'all just going to vent, and cry, and just let it all hang out. You can, but I need you to do it in a emotionally composed, business acceptable fashion. All right, because I'm gonna bring up some topics here that hopefully will strike a nerve. I'm intentionally trying to strike nerves today. All right, but here's the catch: you have to be able to talk about it in a emotionally composed, business acceptable fashion. All right. Y'all know I ain't big on cussing, so I don't even want you to cuss. All right. I want you to be able to use your words, use your vocabulary. We have some very intelligent people on here. All you guys are intelligent folks. I want you to be able to use your words. I want you to be able to structure them in a good way, but I want you to be able to talk about raw. And why are we doing something like this? Because guys, in the heat of battle, meaning business, you're going to come across all kinds of situations. And we're going to talk about some situational awareness and things today. All right. So I want you to be able to, you got to be able to give your prospects, your customers, and your agent prospects real talk, but you got to be able to do it in a situationally acceptable fashion. All right. So guys, we're gonna do some plot twisting today. All right. So I'll give you a hint. I'm gonna let you off the hook a little bit. The emotionally composed thing, guess what? I don't even get to define emotionally composed. So there's no real textbook definition of it. So I'm gonna let y'all guys freestyle a little bit. All right. But I want you to keep it in a business acceptable fashion. All right. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Want to hear it? Here it go. Okay. Let's talk about the nature of a thing. All right. And then we're going to talk about the nature of our business. But I'm going to set the conversation up. Then I'm going to alley-oop it. Then I'm going to toss it. Let me get my participants list out because I'm going to toss it up a little bit. I may stop my screen and then restart my screen sharing again. All right. But I want to see you guys' faces. All right. But real quick, I'll open it up. Let's talk about the nature of a thing because I'll give you an example. I'm a pastor, so I talk about God a lot. Okay. Now, one of the most misunderstood things on the planet is our Heavenly Father God. He's so misunderstood that people people take action and make life decisions based on misunderstandings. That's how misunderstood God is. All right. Like people say the Lord works in mysterious ways, right? Have y'all heard that? Has anybody, if your grandma ever told you that the Lord works in mysterious ways, put a 1 in the chat box. Mine did. So let me go ahead and put this 1 in here real quick. My grandma told me, baby, the Lord works in mysterious ways. Have y'all heard that before? You ever heard that? All right, but watch this, guys. And I'm not going to get too religious with it. God left 66 books to tell us how he works. 66 books that tell us his nature, what he likes, what he dislikes, how he operates, his timing, everything. He left us 66 books on how he operates. But do we read? I know Christians don't read. One of the most unread books in the Bible one of the most unread books amongst Christians is the Bible. Because a lot of Christians don't read. Because man, they be saying all kind of stuff about God that ain't nowhere close to truth. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. How many of y'all have heard that at every funeral? Well, guess what? Job said that, not God. And God corrected Job when he said it. God came down on Job. God said, Job, don't you be saying I take away stuff because I don't be taking away folks. I don't be killing folks like that. God is not in the killing business. He's in the life business. How you gonna be in the life business and you in the killing business at the same time? This don't make sense. All right. Now I didn't come to preach to you tonight. I'm just giving you some examples. All right. So a lot of people misunderstand the nature of God. And there's even a scripture in the Bible that says that the people acted out and went haywire because they thought the Lord hated them. But the Lord didn't hate them. The Lord loves them. But because they thought the Lord hated them, they acted accordingly because they didn't know the nature of a thing. Now, the nature of God is love. The nature of God is gentleness. The nature of God is kindness. The nature of God is compassion. He left us everything we need in the earth to succeed, to flourish, to be healthy, and to thrive, to subdue, have dominion, be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth. He left us everything that we need that pertains to life and godliness. But yet some people perish. It's not the will of God that people perish, but do people perish? Yes, they do. It's another one that I'm not going to get into doctrinally. It's a doctrinal. God is in control. Well, if God is in control, why people molest babies? God's in control of that? No, he's not. The Bible says that he left it. He's sovereign. He's over everything. But the Bible says he left things in our control. If God is in control, why your business suffering? If God is in control, why is your business suffering? Is God in control of that? Is God in control of how many people you call on a daily basis? Is he in control of how many people you prospect? Is he in control of how many people you follow up on? I'm preaching to the choir. I'm talking to myself, guys. All right. So now let's get back on point. We're talking about the nature of a thing. If you it's very important not to misunderstand the nature of a thing, or you'll act in a fashion that's not according to the nature. Okay. So let me jump off my soapbox. Let me come out the pulpit now. Let me get back into my FES training. All right. So we're talking about the nature of a thing. Because why is this important? Because I want to talk about the nature of our business, guys, network marketing. And I want you guys to talk about it too. Let's talk about the nature of our business, how it was designed and what it was set up to do. I'm going to unleash the lines for a minute and let you guys talk. Was network marketing designed for everybody to tell you yes, and for everybody to buy your product, and for everybody to come on board with you and for all your family members to support you, because that's what we all would want. I would want everybody I talk to say yes. I want every customer I talk to buy my product. I want all my family members to support me. After all, they're my family. But is that what's going to happen? Is that how it's designed to do? Let's talk about it for a minute. I'm your talk show host today, the debonair DJ Ivan Brown. All right, I'm going to unleash the lines. I'm going to unleash the line for the callers for y'all to come in on the call and talk about it. Was network marketing designed for everybody to do this, or you fail? All right, go ahead and talk. Anybody? We're open. Floor is over to you guys. Come on. Was it designed that way? Was that the nature of our business?
I'll talk. Is that the nature of our business?
Yes. That everybody do it. Everybody you talk to says yes, and you get 100% yes rate and 100% support rate. Is that the nature of our business?
No, it is not the nature of our business. But what is our business is to talk to people and gather information to determine if they see an opportunity for themselves.
I like that. Okay, very good. Very good. All right. Somebody else. Dacia Simpson, I see. I'm monitoring the chat. Somebody says it's not for everyone. Actually, is this business for everyone? The lines are open. Is this business for everyone?
No, it's not for everyone.
Definitely not for everyone.
All right, Robbie, go ahead. Dacia, we'll let you go ahead second. Robbie, you go ahead first. You said this business is not for everyone?
No, it's not for everyone. Everyone's not looking to do what we do. Everyone's not looking to expose the business or even help others. So no, it's not for everyone. I, for one, have a lot of family in this business, and they're not all working the business either. So it's definitely not for everyone, but it is our business to expose the business. And like Keely said, find out if this business is for them.
Hold on. So what I think I hear y'all saying is the business is designed to expose everyone, but it's not for everyone. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what you're hearing.
Pretty much. I'm
Jump in there, KG. Come on.
That's not fair.
I want to jump in, man. You know, the nature, I would think that let me turn my camera on. Now, I look like I'm about to house. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. All right, so you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, we hear you good.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Wait a minute, I got something.
Sound like
You hear
Kevin.
yourself. Can you hear you? We can hear you.
Talk, Ken.
You can go ahead and talk. We can hear you.
He must be going in and out. Well, we can always do Dacia and come back to him.
All right, we're gonna do Dacia.
Okay.
Ken, we can
Can you
hear
hear
you.
me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great. All right, sorry about that, guy. I had some technical difficulties going on right here. I think the nature of the business is to become a master asker, because like it was just said that a lot of people, this business is not for everybody, but becoming a master asker, you can find out intricate details about people to plug right into our business and what we do and how we move. You're right. The business is not for everybody, but being the master asker, asking a lot of questions, you will find out exactly what part of the protection plan or what part of the business you want to expose to the people.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So by asking questions, we can find out if they're a right fit for the services, a right fit for the business, or vice or whatever, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, sir.
I like that. That's good. That's good stuff there. Thank you, sir. Thank you for educating us. All right. Dacia, did you have something to say? Yes. You're on mute if you're okay. There you go.
Good evening, everyone. So, what I want to contribute, it's definitely this business is not for everyone, and I've definitely noticed that on just having a team. First of all, because it comes with 3 C's. That's how I see network marketing. We gotta be ready for change. So change of our mindset, change of a lot of habits, and not everyone is ready for changes. And the next C is gonna be challenges. You know, in network marketing, we as entrepreneurs, we face a lot of challenges. You know, this minute we're up, you know, promotions, everything's going right. But what about when the bumps come in the road? Not not many people are ready. It's just like, even take it out of network marketing and just real life. How many people could manage the pressure of the pandemic? You know, suicide rates went up. It's just like, I just put it back to the network marketing now. Not many people are ready for the bumps that are going to be in the road. So that's, so the first one is change, challenges, and then the last thing is being committed to invest in your business. A lot of people are just not, they don't think that it's important to invest in a business for you to be able to make money, you know. A lot of people think it's a get rich quick scheme, or they're in for it a month or two, but it takes a lot of patience. You know, being committed to invest in your business, it takes a lot of patience out of you, because you might invest in it now and you might not reap all the fruits of your labor at the same time. So there are 3 C's that I see, but the first thing definitely you want to deal with is the mindset. And once you get the mindset right, all the 3 C's are gonna come into play. You're gonna be able to make changes, overcome challenges, and be committed to business.
That's
So
good.
that's what I had to contribute.
Very good, very good. Yeah, and I'm glad you talked about that, because guys, we're gonna this business, guys, it's a numbers. It's one of the most socially, it's one of the least socially acceptable businesses out there. I mean, we're right next to used car sales. If you think about it, the reputation of our industry. I mean, we're looked upon as those people that have those sneaky home meetings, that sign you up for stuff that, that to just get your money. And, we're called pyramid schemes. And guys, I mean, there are people that look at us like look at network marketers like the filth of the earth. So guess what is your job? The nature of your job is education, consulting. That is the nature of your business, guys. It's not convincing. See, a lot of people get in the convincing business and they don't have, if you're in the convincing business, you're misunderstanding the nature of network marketing. The nature of network marketing is not for convincing, it's for consulting and educating, and let people make a decision. Because if they don't want to be in your business, they have no business in your business. If they don't want to be in your business. Let me say that again. I think that's a quote. I just came up with it too. If they don't want to be in your business, they have no business in your business. Don't be twisting people's arm trying to get them in the business. That's not the nature of our business. You got to see it. You got to see it. Let me just ram this down your throat real quick. This is the best water on the planet. No, don't do that. We're not in the business. Just talk to folks, educate, consult, let them know what you're doing, and keep it moving. Okay. And those that want to get on will get on. It's like if I had a train that was going to $1 million destination. People and everybody, once they find out or they believe that it's going to that, to the destination where there's $1 million at the end of the ride, they'll get on. You don't have to convince them; they'll get on. All right. So all you have to do is just collect passengers on your multi-million-dollar train. All right. We're gonna move on and to the next topic. All right. So misunderstanding the nature of a thing can pose a danger, and we kind of already covered this. So I'll move on from this very quickly. But if you misunderstand, if you think we're in the convincing business, and so you go out and convincing, that's a very dangerous place to be. That can pose a danger, because you're not going to have success that way, because you're doing something, you're misusing the nature of a thing. It wasn't designed for that. So if you're trying to convince, you're trying to over persuade people to buy your stuff or come on board, it wasn't designed. All right. So misunderstanding the nature of a thing can pose a danger. All right. Let's talk about, since they said Mr. Growth and Mindset. I'm glad you talked about that, because guys, one of the parts of the nature of our business is growth and development of the mindset. If we have a business where, especially FES, where you come in and it's very hard to remain the same as when you came in. If you're going to have any success in this business, if you're going to stick around this business anytime, you're going to have to grow. All right. Your mindset's going to have to grow. your growth. You're gonna have to experience growth and development. And guess what? You could pick up some checks along the way. All right, let's talk about that. Let's talk about, now I didn't notice I didn't mention growth and I didn't mention development. I mentioned growth and development of the mindset. So let's talk about that. What is this business designed to, especially FES, our FES system? What is the FES system designed to do to your mind? What is it? What is it designed?
Hey, Ivan.
Hey,
It's Steve. I can't undo my camera. I'm driving.
are you fine?
But one of the things that popped into my head, and everybody know you like my big brother, so we talk all the time. But I tell you all the time. But one of the things that really popped into my head is this business. This business right here will expose. Thank you. Have a good one. Thank you. Will expose the punk in you. Well, I ain't gonna say punk, but if you got any ounce of quit in you, this business will expose that, and it will force you to either push past that and become a winner, or you will shrink back and let that quit take over. So the growth, the business, what it does to you is you think you get in this business and you're like, I'm gonna go out here and help a lot of people. I'm gonna make a lot of money. And you get into this thing and you find out real quick, wait a minute, I'm gonna work on myself at the same time. And then you go through these ups and downs where your mind is like, can I do this? Do I want to do this? I don't want to do this no more. You know what? This ain't for me no more. But deep down, this really is for you. It's just detoxing you, basically. It's detoxing your old mindset, and it's replenishing. Like when you detox your body, you have to replenish it with good. So this business is like a detox from your old mindset, really.
Wow, detox. That's good. Detox, mental detox. I like that. Anybody else want to jump on this one?
I want to just jump in on what Deidre, good afternoon or good evening, everyone. It's just amazing to me because, we talk about mindset a lot, and, I've been totally blessed to grow up, and, the way my family raised me and the values that they instilled in me, I always had a level of confidence. But the thing that I learned about this business is that not everybody shares that. And kind of like what Deidre talked about on how easy people give up in this business. I've had agents that we've signed up and they get no's from their family, they get, rejection, and their confidence, you just see it just goes away. They lose confidence and then they're out of the business. And I'm just blown away because I'm like, man, how do people give up that easy? So I think in my experience and how I'm growing my team is to help them build confidence, to know that, if you continue to learn the business, you continue to invest in yourself and teaching them growth, it's going to at least help me take my business to the next level, because I'm just astonished how easily people give up. And I'm thinking to myself, I had one agent, she said, well, I didn't get anybody on board, my family. I said, honey, it's millions of people with bad credit. Like, go outside your family, use social media. And, it's just amazing to me how quickly, people give up. But that goes back to their inputs, right? The values, the things that made them who they are. And, they easily just give up on the business. And so that's what I'm working on, is like, how do we not lose those people and continue to help them with growth and mindset and support. It's just kind of like the comment I wanted to make.
That's great. That's great, Lakeisha, because
Yeah.
what you've explained was like somebody who maybe couldn't see the big picture. They saw a small portion of the picture where their friends and family weren't supportive. They weren't signing on. So obviously that means that this is not working and this is going to be a failure because my tribe is not subscribing. So they actually couldn't see the big picture. So that's why it's important for the mind to grow, to be able to see a big picture, to be able to understand that in business, see, you got to stay in, guys, you got to stay in this thing long enough. All right. You can't, like Deidre talked about not being a punk, like Lakeisha talked about not giving up so easily. You got to stay in this thing because guys, this stuff I'm just learning. I just learned credit about the fourth quarter of 2020. And let me just say this too. I'm gonna give y'all a free nugget here and then we're gonna move on to the next topic. And then I do have to wrap up. Tony, I just was informed that SVP Tony Camilleri is going to be doing a launch at 7 on this channel. So if some of you guys want to stay on, or if you have some new agents or prospects that want to get on for the launch at 7, you can do that too as well. So we're going to wrap up this training probably about the next 15 minutes or so. All right. So we're going to end up a little earlier than 7 o'clock for Tony Camilleri. And if you want to stay on, you can. But anyways, this one's a free one. Okay. Guys, mindset is, I did 2020. You can't put 2020 on the clock. And let me tell you why. 2020 was a year, is going to go down in the history books as a year of historic component. 2020, you can't even count the year 2020 on your clock as how long you've been in the business. Like you said, okay, well, I was going to give it 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years. And if it wasn't working in 3 years, then I'll have to go try something else. Okay, that's fine. But you can't count 2020. Because 2020 changed the game for everything. You guys understand that in 2021 and beyond, there are going to be things that we did in 2019 that we'll never do again. Okay, so 2020 was an experimental year. But guess what? Many people thrived during 2020. You guys, many of you guys business sustained, and a lot of you guys business increased during 2020. So that was a bonus. So count that as a bonus. But don't count 2020 as one of the years where you tried it and it just didn't work. Because 2020 is a trial year. 2020 has an asterisk beside it, okay? That's how crazy. 2020 is going to go down in the history books as a pivotal year in mankind, period. All right? So don't count this business as negative time toward the clock. If anything, it's a neutral bonus, but don't count it as negative. If you said, oh, you know what? I was going to give it to the end of 2020. No, you got to give it to, you got one more year in the business. All right. So just want to say that too. So don't count 2020 as a negative year towards your clock. All right. Because guys, we got to learn how to pivot in 2020. We have to learn how to adjust to a new reality in a new world in 2021. All right. So growth and mindset, that's really good. All right. Let's move on to the next topic, guys, which kind of spins off on the same thing. Mental toughness. Let's talk about mental toughness. All right. One of my favorite books, I think that's up there with Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People, and Richest Man in Babylon, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. A book that's up there to me is by an author named Dr. Ivy Hilliard. It's called Mental Toughness for Success. Mental Toughness for Success. It's a serious book. I read it twice, and I'm going to read it again. All right. Let me ask you guys a question. I'm going to open up the lines now. How important is mental toughness? Look at the picture. You see that ball, and look at the ball break. The ball hit that brain, and the balls, that metal ball is breaking. Not the brain breaking, the metal ball is breaking because the mind is tough. This mind in this picture is tough. How important is mental toughness in a business like ours? Go ahead. I'm gonna open up the line. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes.
Oh, so it's definitely something that you need to have. I know when I get sad or get frustrated, my husband would say, "Hey, what would Eric Worre say, or what would Ivan Brown or Billy Scott would say?" Which make me encourage myself to, like, whatever mood I am or whatever like disappointment I got, like, you know, just to rebuild my mindset to get through what I need to do for the next move. So it's definitely trying to get your emotions out of like the situation that's like currently the challenge you're facing at the moment.
All right, good. Get your emotions out. I like that, Tosh. Thank you. Get your emotions out of it. Now, that's a tough thing to do, guys. I mean, to get your emotions out of it, because emotions is what, you know why it's important to get your emotions out of it? Because emotions is what's going to drive your actions. How you feel is going to typically lead to the action that you take. All right. So you have to, guess what? Did y'all know that you have the ability to change how you feel? I'll give you an example. Let's say you like somebody or have romantic feelings for somebody that you shouldn't have them for. Guess what you have the ability to do? You have the ability to turn that switch off. Well, I can't help. Have you heard the saying, I can't help how I feel? Yes, you can. And you better. You better help how you feel, because getting romantically involved with somebody that is bad for you can lead to injury and death. All right. They put the disclaimer on the box. Could lead to serious injury and death. All right. So you can't afford to have your emotions wrapped into somebody that you don't have no business having an entanglement with. All right. So same thing is in business, guys. Business relationships are the same way as romantic relationships. Some folks you ain't got no business putting on your team. And you out there paying for them to come into business, fronting the 288 for them. If you fronted the 288, come on, be transparent, guys. If you ever fronted the 288 for somebody and they ain't do nothing with it, put a 1 in the chat box. If you don't, let me go ahead and put my 1 in there. If you fronted the money for somebody and thought that, oh, it was just a money thing, so we get the money thing out the way, then they're gonna tear this business up because they're smart, they're sharp, or they know a lot of people, and you paid their 288 and they ain't do nothing with it after getting it for free. I see some 1s in that chat box. All right, so that goes to show you a lot of times it's not a money thing. Some people just ain't gonna bust a grape. All right, and so that's just how it is. Okay, so you got to have the mental toughness to understand that. And as you collect these realities, guys, you got to mark them in the book and take them with you on the next journey. Okay, as you collect these realities, you got to mark them down, put them in your book, and take them on to the next journey. You got to do that. All right, guys. So mental toughness is very important. All right, so we got anybody else got anything on mental toughness? Why it's important?
I think
come on, DeMarcus.
Yeah, I think another component often with mental toughness, we just think about the things that are coming at us, the adversity, and mentally getting to a place where like, man, I got to push through, I got to keep grinding, I got to keep grinding. But the other part of how you handle or really tap into your mental toughness in a place where you can take advantage of it and expand is understanding that whenever there's pressure, there's opportunity. Whenever there's chaos, there's opportunity. So if you get to a place where you find, the pressure and you're like, man, I don't know. Even me personally, I had to basically start rebuilding my business because I had like 3 or 4 agents just dropped off at the same time. I'm like, what? But at the same time, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to focus on what they did or what's not going on in my business. What I did was I shifted my mind and I got creative. I started, I tapped into the creative side. So mental toughness also gives you the ability to produce something. So it's all about what you decide to focus on. We understand that we're going to have trials and tribulations. That's in life, business, whatever. We're not exempt from any of that. You know what I'm saying? But how you choose to make that time or that if you're not getting any customers or any agents at that time, and things are just kind of, you talking to people, you're doing everything that you're supposed to do, and it's just not hitting. That's a time for you to be creative. That's a time for you to be productive. Maybe you can work on being more organized with, taking care of the clients that you do have. Maybe you can tap into the creativity of, man, let me come up with some more marketing ideas or something like that. It's all about, production so that you can plant those seeds, to reap a harvest. So, that's what I tend to do, mentally, just not get caught up in, the adverse stuff that's going on around me and stuff like that. I always remind myself of the story of Jesus when he was in jail and they was talking to him and asking all them questions, and he was looking at the ground, just drawing on the ground. I take that approach, when stuff is kind of getting chaotic or not going quite as planned. I just kind of, I tune it out and I focus on what's going to be a positive producing thing for me. So yeah.
Wow. See, y'all thought I was the preacher, and y'all didn't know DeMarcus was the real preacher on the line, huh?
No, I love what you said, because what I learned is when I came in, I went hard. Like my team grew fast, but I hadn't really learned what I needed to learn, and I had to take a step back. And so you think about mindset and growth, right? The last slide, and then you pair that with mental toughness. If you focus. And I was just telling another client this today, like if you focus on the negative things that's happening around you or what's not working or what you don't have, that's all you're going to see. But you really have to tap into speaking those things into existence, right? As if they are and already are. And I really took a step back in my business and focused on relationships. So while I'm not producing as much as I was producing, I'm really focused on quality over quantity. I want to build relationships. I want to build my brand. I want people to understand what I do, and genuinely go out with just helping people. And I think everything else falls into place when you have the right mindset, and you know where you are, you know what you're working on, and you know that you're in a business to help people. When you go in that direction, everything else will fall into place.
That's good. That's good. Tamara, thank you so much for that. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Can I comment here? One portion of mental toughness that I'm hearing everyone say is like the whole creative process and what to do when things are going on. But the other part of mental toughness is that toughness that makes you sit your butt down and do the income generating activity that you know you need to be doing to win. And there's a lot of discipline in that. So like on Wednesdays, that's like my day where I totally commit to FES if at all possible. But the thing that people miss, what's going to help with mental toughness is prepping the day before. So when you get up the next day, you're not as distracted. So I have my intake sheets that I do for the Credit Karma consults, and I have customers that I need to follow up with. I know there's plenty of us in here that have signed people up to be a customer, but you never went back to check and see, did they get their letters out? Do they know what they're doing? Have they tried the other products and services that we have? So the mental toughness for me is just like the commitment, man, and blocking my time so that I can be tough enough to sit in my chair and do what I need to do. I just wanted to put that perspective in there because I think it's important.
That's awesome. That's awesome, guys. Well, this has been awesome. We're going to have to basically cut it short here. We're probably going to do a part 2. If y'all want a part 2 of this, put a 2 in the chat box because I got some more topics like we could really vibe on today and everything. But we are due to time constraints. We do have a launch on this channel at 7 o'clock, so we are going to have to go ahead and end it here. But guys, if y'all want to do a part 2, because I got some more topics that we can really vibe on. Maybe we'll do part 2 next week. All right, so we'll do real talk part 2 next week. We'll recap what we covered today, and then we'll do we'll continue on some more topics next week because I got some more heat for you guys for real. I really wanted to get into this and let you guys contribute to this. This has been great. Thank you guys for contributing and coming on. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up STU for today. But guys, oh my gosh, guys, stay in the game. All right, it's 2021. It's a new year. We're entering entering February on the time calendar, but we're entering March, which is a 5-week month for our FES calendar, guys. And let's see some promotions this month. I know we're going to shoot for some real promotions on our team, and so let's get some promotions going this month, guys. Shoot for promotions. Go in, go all out. Recommit to your business. All right, recommit to your business, guys. I promise you, the same thing you saw in this business from the beginning that made you sign up, that made you put your 288 on the line, the same thing that you saw still exists. And it actually it should be at a better and greater capacity. You should have greater foresight in it because you've been in this business a while. You've seen more of what it has to offer. You've seen more of what it can do. You've seen the type of people that the quality people and the character of people that are involved in this business, guys. So it should even be, the picture should even be greater than when it was when you first started, guys. So guys, love each and every one of you guys. Let's get it going. I think I believe I'm gonna keep this channel open, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the host over to SVP Tony. SVP Tony, you there? You want to tell us a little bit about your launch? If not, it's okay.
Yeah. Hey, no. You know what's funny? I was just looking to see because I created a link. Can you hear me, Ivan?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
I'm trying to see how I did it because I gave a link out, a number, and now it's funny. I'm trying to find it to see. So I'm assuming that it's going to pop up on here, or I don't know if I have to shut it down and go open that up. I'm trying to
Tony, this one is 715-298-235. Is that what you got?
You know what? Let me check. You know, it's funny. I set this up.
No, it's a different one. It's on the flyer. It's